All right. Hi, folks. This is Coach Allison, and I have your week 3 Defy Aging foam rolling cool down. As you know, for the first 8 weeks of this year, we are doing a different type of cool down, ending our workouts with some foam rolling. To kind of mix things up, teach you a little more. So we have 3 new ones today, or this week, I should say. The first one is forearms. This one, when I show it to people, when I'm working one-on-one with them, or in a group, but when I'm in person with them, everyone is surprised at how good this one feels. So I hope you agree, but it's a kind of an awkward position to be in. So let's go through it. I got my short foam roller. I know at the clubs we have those longer ones, and they are actually better for a lot of the stuff we're going to do, but this is all I have. So anyways, okay, forearms, you know where your forearms are. Basically you're just going to kind of be in like a crouched position, putting your forearms on the roller one at a time. But now here's the important part. If you hold up your forearm, okay, you find the bone, and you want to be rolling on the kind of the outside. That's where like the muscly, meaty part is, and that's what we want to target. Now, if you kind of go to the inside, you'll notice it's a little more squishy, a little more tender, not as muscly, right? Using very technical terms here. So now that being said, so it's a little awkward to be in that position for the rolling. So I'm putting my forearm on it. Now watch how I'm kind of turning it outward just a little so I can get on that outside meaty part of the arm. So this is me putting it flat on the roller. This is me kind of adding that little angle to hit the place we want to hit. Okay, so once you do that, I personally, just resting your arm on it and rolling is not a lot of pressure, right? So I'd like to take my other arm and kind of push down on it. Oh, that feels really good. So our forearms do a ton of work every day. Every time you grab anything or move your, steering your steering wheel, picking up anything, our forearms do a lot of work. So we don't really give them enough credit. So this should feel pretty good to give them some TLC. Remember to take foam rolling slow. So you don't want to do this. I mean, you're not going to injure yourself, but you're also not going to get the most benefit. So try to slow it down. And again, same thing other side. So you can see how I'm kind of tilting to hit that outside of the arm. Push as much pressure as you want with this other hand. You can go hard, you can go easy. And that is forearms. Next one, biceps. Yeah, so this one's a little different too. So you're laying on your stomach. Okay, you're going to lay the roller right alongside of you. Parallel, yes, parallel. All right, and you're going to just kind of drape that arm over it. Okay, now here's the important part. Well, it's all important, but here's the key. To hit the biceps in the right way, we're going to see how my palm is facing the floor. We're going to do a 180 rotation with that arm. I'm turning my palm up, so now the palm is facing the ceiling, and now you are hitting that bicep right where we want to hit it. And again, and now, yeah, you don't have to, I'm not lifting up my body at all, like I'm not up in a plank, I'm just resting on the floor. All you have to do is kind of shift side to side. And you're going just the length of that bicep, so maybe only a 3 or 4 inch movement. So you can twist it a little bit more, you can protract your shoulder, meaning dip your shoulder forward a little to get a different little part of the bicep. Okay, and that is how you do biceps. Again, that one should feel pretty good. It's a kind of a weird position. Remember, all of these, especially when they're new, take a little practice, trial and error. So please don't give up on it. Keep trying if it feels pretty awkward. Okay, our last one is one of my favorites. Now, the fancy name for it is something. Longitudinal lying static stretch. Okay, because we're going to be lying. I always get that one mixed up. Anyway, lengthwise on the roller. Now this one, very, very important. You cannot do it properly with a small roller. You need that full length one that the clubs have. Just keep that in mind. If you're at home or something doing this, if you have a short roller, this one won't work. Luckily, to show you guys this, I have 2 short rollers. So for the purposes of demonstration, I'm going to put them together, but that's not ideal. So the cool thing about this one is you're not actually rolling. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, I did a workshop years back for foam rolling, and the instructor said this is the most beneficial thing you can do for your body with the foam roller, which is bizarre because, like I said, you're not even actually rolling, but that's just how good it is for you. It is to help improve your posture. Now, especially this day and age with a lot of sit-down desk jobs, we kind of like are like this a lot, right? Like This is a posture thing that we're trying to correct for a lot of people, for ourselves. What this one does is over time, it won't happen with the one doing it once, but it kind of corrects that by opening up your chest and learning how to draw your shoulders back. So let me show you this. Okay, you need to sit. It's a little awkward getting into it. You're going to sit your butt right on the end of your roller. I don't want mine to move because they're kind of, okay, right on the end of the roller. And then slowly, I need to move this down a little so you get my head. Slowly recline back on the roller so you're laying lengthwise on it. Okay, now it's very important that your tailbone is supported and your head. So you saw me shift down a little because my head wasn't on it at first, and yours at the gym are a little longer, mine's a little short. So that's very important. Tailbone is supported and your head is supported. Once you find the perfect position, you'll notice the roller is just laying lengthwise along your spine. You're stabilizing and balancing yourself with your legs. Excuse me, but all we do here is let the arms drape down to the side, and you're gonna rest here. So at the gyms, your coaches will time this for about 30 to 60 seconds. But yeah, some people like to kind of rock really slowly side to side, but really that's just if you want to. It doesn't do anything better or worse. So what this is doing, remember what I said before I laid down? It's working on retracting our shoulders and learning how, or teaching our body how to just memorize, muscle memory, right? Memorize this posture, this position. Now, kind of take a mental note of how this feels with your shoulders drawn back. And when you stand up, when you're done, try to replicate that. Because this corrects this hunched over position that we're in all the time. This naturally corrects it. So if you like this one, it feels pretty darn good. You can lay here for 4 or 5 minutes as long as you want. Just enjoy it. Now, when you get up from this one, it's recommended not to sit up because laying down is different. Sitting up puts a little bit of too much isolated pressure on our lower spine. So they recommend, I don't know, I hate saying they, but it is recommended to kind of roll controlled to the side, sort of tipping off the roller. The floor is only a few inches down, so I promise you won't get hurt doing a little bit of a doop. Okay, team, I hope you like our new foam rolling routine for this week. Give it a try. Again, if it's uncomfortable, I really try to stick with it and give it its fair chance. I didn't like foam rolling until I practiced it for a while. So I'll be back next week with another new routine.